What's going on, guys? It's Shadow from TCG, bringing you guys. I believe this one was the first round. I ended up facing two Reijus at this local with King. And let me tell you, this is probably one of the worst matchups for this deck. So I lost dice roll. He told me to go first. I was banking on potentially getting a searcher card or a stage, and I got neither. And I just passed turn. My opponent opens up with the German Kingdom stage card. 4-1, he taps it. He's gonna tap the stage and he's gonna start doing Reiju thing. So he chucks out the baby Niji, little blue ranger, and he searches top 3 for a German Kingdom. He finds little red, which is perfect because next turn he will be at 4 Dawn and can already just play out the little red ranger. Passes turn to me. I just swing for 5 at his lead. He takes it, I believe, which is not terrible. Gives Reiju some type of options, potentially looking for the red ranger. And then I just play out pudding. Pudding is once per turn on my turn only. If I Don minus, I get one of those Don back. So it's like a cheaper Eustace Kid. So instead of it coming in active, it is rested, but not a terrible card, to be honest, if I stack the puddings. But if I had stage and that pudding, I could use leader ability to kind of cycle, but I failed to find the stage card. So he does stage again. He finds the big red ranger. So now I know the Ichiji is coming this turn because he found the little red. But he separates 3 Don, and once he does that, I figured it's going to be a Porsche to Ichiji, which is even worse because now he's going to flood the board. So he taps a 3. Porsche comes out. On play, the Don minus happens. He's going to search the top 5 for a Foxy Pirates, which is great because Porsche can search herself, but on the search, he ends up whiffing it. No Foxy Pirates. Only Germa cards, but the little red's gonna come out from hand, and he's gonna play out the ability and bring out the big red from hand. He's also gonna draw from leader. You gotta make sure you draw off the Don minus sequence. So once Porsche effect happens, you need to draw off the Don minus, not after the big red comes out. But after that, he swings for 5. I counter out, then swings for 8 with the Ichiji. I end up taking it. Don't got a lot of counter in my hand to be dumping for an 8k swing. So currently at 5 Don. Haven't been able to ramp. Not looking too great for me, to be honest here. But I'm going to tap 5. I'm going to play Queen. Don minus 1 to search or draw 2, and then I'm going to drop 1. And at this point, I drop the stage because I don't need it. I've pretty much almost on the top end, and I can't play it out because next turn I'm gonna need to play out a body over the stage. So after that, I pass turn. I at least have a blocker up. He's back up to 4 Don. He's gonna start his turn with using his stage card. So he's gonna tap the stage, chuck a card, and look at the top 3 again. At this point, I'm anticipating him just basically looking for Ichijis, because he's still sticking into that 4 Dawn range. So he chucks a chopper. Top 3. You see he's got the queen. He ends up grabbing the Reiju over the Niji. You don't need the Niji at this point because he already has the big one in the trash. So the Reiju was the last big ranger that he needed. So he's in a Porsche. Gave me the Porsche beat down. Porsche Dawn minuses. Looks at the top 5 for a Foxy Pirates. You see in the search there was another Porsche and a Gina. Porsche would have been cool because then he could have done the combo again. But at this point, 2k counter would be more beneficial. But at this point, I could only anticipate him really just doing the Reiju combo as well. So he does opt to grab the 2k counter, which is probably the smarter choice, and then he could protect his board for when I try to attempt to swing at it. So baby Reiju comes out, and he tries to Don minus to draw off the baby Reiju, and this is where I let him know and inform him about the draw for the Don minus. Since Porsche was first, he must draw from the Porsche effect first. He doesn't get to choose when it happens. So very important. So you're gonna see me and my buddy Johnny Tsunami try to explain it to him just so for future references. You must draw off the effect first, and then you can trigger off the Reiju. So if you try to anticipate drawing off your Reiju character first, and you end up putting yourself at 6 cards with this Porsche effect, you will no longer be able to do the Reiju effect. So very important you kind of take that into consideration when doing a Porsche to Reiju, because potentially the Porsche draw from the Don minus because of your leader could put you at 6 cards. So it's just something to keep in mind when playing Reiju. I had to explain it to one of my other buddies at this local as well, because at a bigger event they will rule shark you for that, because it just throws off your entire game plan. So swings out, I counter out with a 2K, and then swings 8, I give him my queen blocker. I'm currently at 7 Don. Don't really have much options. You're gonna see me here try to figure out exactly what I gotta do, but at this point there's no way for me to remove any of his board, at least an entire fleet. I need the 6 cost event that I have in the deck to be able to remove 2 of them, but I'd lose 2 Dawn in that sequence as well. But I have to just play Jack, and I'm going to swing 5 at the Porsche that is rested. If he was going to give this Porsche up, which if he did would have been perfect for me, because then I clear that, I could Jack and get rid of the other Porsche. Logically though, he does protect it, which is the best option here. You don't want to give it up, especially when you have this amount of pressure on the board to go against this king deck, or any deck, to be honest. You want to keep the pressure going with Reiju. So I do king, I draw a card, trash. I end up trashing the other no, I do Jack's effect and I end up trashing king. My bad. So I was only able to remove 1 body from the field, and at this point he's got 4 swings, 4 down, potentially able to do another rush ECG. And in my hand, I'm currently got nothing. So he does stage effect to look at top 3, and you see he can only grab that ECG. Where if he was able to find that little baby ECG, it would have been GG's. Well, no matter what happens here, it's rough state for me, because if he did the ECG, you know, brought the Jack down, cleared the Jack, I lost. But you can see the stage right there in my hand, not really doing much for me. So he's going to attach 2 Don. I believe he swings first with the Porsche for 7 5s. But however way you split it, I don't think I was able to live through this turn. Don't have any counter in hand, much counter at least. So he starts off with 5, which is smart to bait out whatever counters I can. So he gets a 2K, 5 again. I take that. He's going to attach 2 onto the Porsche. I swing for 7. Don't got the counter. And then he's going to attach the last 2 to the ECG. And then that's game. If you guys like the content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Comment down below what you guys thought. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.